Hi, Stuart Raj here, and today we've got a bit of a surprise for you, a special setup. I'm going to share with you a ritual that I do with my one-year-old daughter every morning, and I'll explain what it's all about afterwards. Starts like this. Good. Now that's important. Take note of that. Good morning. 早安. Selamat pagi. Sawadee. Buenos dias. Buongiorno. And let's all count to 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Good morning. 早安. Xin chào. Sawadee. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estáis? And let's all count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah! So, what was all that about? Well, I wrote this song. When I was a kid, music was an integral part of my life, as was language. And it was my maternal grandfather that taught me all the languages, as you've probably heard in other clips and interviews. And on my maternal side, many people have perfect pitch. And we just grew up with music and sounds, and we played with sounds, but pitch was just something that was assumed to be normal, and we just all sort of knew what it was. And so pitch was just something that was just assumed. So for example, when you're tuning a guitar, you've got na da 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 da. When they're the strings that are playing, and you hear those tuning of strings every day to the point that that works as an anchor. That song that I just did, have a look at this. Good. Now, that's a G. And actually, I'm recording it behind me, so I'll probably show you in a minute. Let's check on that. Good. Because it can actually tell you your pitch. But the reason I do that is because every morning I want that to be like a ritual with Jordan, my little daughter. Good. So that she will wake up every morning and she will have that sound embedded, just burned into her. And hopefully she'll have perfect pitch. Now, there are a few other things that are going on there with this song. If anyone's ever watched Elmo before, la 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 la, Elmo's World. And Elmo does this song to everything. So, for example, if you're talking about chocolates, he'll do, chocolate, 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 chocolate. So he uses the same sound, which is very clever, the same sound frame, the same song, but puts any words in it, and that song acts as a vehicle to teach something or to reinforce something. And so what I've done with this good morning, 早安, I use it just as a framework to put any language. And in this one, I'm using good morning. Now, some languages, we have a word in Thai, arun sawat, which literally means good morning. But nobody says it. People say sawadee. So I say good morning, 早安, good morning in Chinese. Selamat pagi in Indonesian. Sawadee. So I put the sawadee, not the arun sawat in there. But then I can actually change it around. So for example, how are you going? ¿Cómo estás? เป็นยังไงบ้าง? How are you going in Thai? ไปไหนมา? And so I'm just, again, that's how you're going, or where you've been. I use this sound structure, or this actually song structure, to put language structures of different languages. Not only does she get those language structures, but she also gets the pronunciation. So, 早安, 早安, you get that sound of the Z if it's in Pinyin, which doesn't exist in Indonesian. Selamat pagi, the sounds in Indonesian are different to the sounds that we'd have in Italian and Spanish. And so I'm able to put them all in the one song. And I hope, just like I was fortunate enough to have my grandfather that could play with sound and different languages with me, that as Jordan grows up, Yeah, sure, she'll probably have English and Thai as native languages, but from this very young age, I want her to be able to play with sounds and hear sounds outside of her mother tongue or mother tongues. And that's actually what we do in Mindkraft. That's why I put Mindkraft together, to try and basically put this in a framework that anybody can learn. And so in Mindkraft, we actually take sounds, phonetics, and everything, and try and build an internal framework, just like this song is a framework for putting structures. And everybody can start to hear sounds, reproduce sounds, even if they're outside of their mother tongue's framework. Now, there's another interesting thing here. And let's all count to 10. And some days we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. In Thai, we might say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Italian. Or we might do Chinese 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can play with them all, but they all follow that same structure. And notice that I'm actually singing with the correct tones in each language, even though it's within the melodic structure. So anyway, this is just one example, a practical example of what we're doing in Mindkraft. We're taking things that we all know. So here is a simple song, a simple framework, but we're able to start to embed subconsciously everything from pitch to an actual picture. So good, let's check it again. Yep, that's a G, good. Yep, good. And so even perfect pitch, but it doesn't have to be perfect, just relative pitch. We're able to put language structures. We're able to put sentence groups. So greetings in the morning, greetings throughout the day. Would you like to eat? You can put all of those into that one song. And then counting. We can learn to count, which is a very common thing, one of the first things you probably do in most languages. One other thing musically that's pretty cool, when we do let's all count to 10, so you can hear this. This is what we use to do suspension in music, but we might do different things. So I'll put a minor third on top. It has a different feel. We might do circle of fifths, so da, 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 da. And that circle of fifths is actually a fundamental structure to any kind of music and jazz. So we can teach so much just through one simple framework. Anyway, this is in its essence what Mindkraft is all about. Not just learning the language, but embedding the structures, embedding sound, the muscle memory, and being able to decouple our ears, our muscles, our mouth, and our mind. And then put it together and orchestrate it in one beautiful piece of music or one beautiful work, which is the language. You're communicating the meaning that you want. Anyway, this was a bit out of left field today, but I hope that maybe it's sparked some interest and some ideas with people who have new ways of learning, new ways of learning your vocabulary and your structures in language. Try using music. And let's all count to. Pick a language. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bye.